whole thing looked like it was targeted at a single and a particular person. There was nothing like that. The security protocols and the directives that were issued yesterday were basically to ensure security in the state. We are having issues in about 3 places, including in Kogi West, in Kogi local government area to be specific, where as a result of crisis resulting from fishing ponds, 2 people have already been killed, and security have been deployed there. In Kogi East, especially in Njema district, where we are having communal clashes, people have also been killed, and we are taking security. We are going through a lot of security procedures in those places to arrest the situation. In Kogi Central, we also had intelligence that some political rallies, sort of rallies in the state. Even the issue that had to do with convoy was because we did not want people to import unauthorized people in the name of security operatives into the state to fuel the crisis that we are trying to manage. That was the situation. So nobody is saying that it is a law, it is a directive, it is a statement of the state government which has been flouted, and the statement was issued to ensure security. And if you listen to her today, you will understand that those who gave the intelligence were very correct. It's not about having skirmish from the events, but from the bogus, inflammatory and inciting statements that came from her mouth. For instance, if you face the people of your senatorial district and you are telling them that people have been contracted to kill you, and you are mentioning names of the Senate President, the former governor, and the current governor being complicit, that is inciting. And that is how crisis, full-blown crisis, that's how they start. So it is very clear that they definitely got it very right with the security reports. If not for efforts by the state government to calm trade nerves and to ensure that some militants were not imported into the state, then we will not be saying what we are saying here today. From the videos I saw a procession into her residence. I also saw and watched her dishing out frivolous, careless, unfortunate lies against prominent people in the state that could have resulted into a lot of crisis. For instance, he accused the governor of conniving with the Senate President. In her words, he said the Senate President called the governor on March 12th and instructed the governor to initiate recall proceedings against her, that the governor refused, and that the Senate President had to bring in the former governor, His Excellency Alhaji Yahaya Bello, and that in between the 3 of them, they agreed to recall her and also to kill her. She was saying all of this. These are inciting statements. These are where major crisis starts, and it will result into loss of lives and property. Let me make it very clear here. The governor and the Senate President never discussed anything that has to do with the suspended senator of Kogi Central. There was no conversation. There was no conversation to recall her. There was no conversation to assassinate her. So all those things were to incite the people and cause violence in Kogi Central.
That was Kingsley Fanwood, the Commissioner of Information, Kogi State, stating their own part of the story, saying everything Natasha did yesterday simply was to incite the people against the government so that there could be chaos. That if the government didn't manage the situation very well, according to Kingsley Fanwood, he saw militants being imported into the state, and he said he also saw people marching towards Natasha's house, meaning were they going to harm her, or were the people our own people that were coming to harm the people in the state? So many things concerning Natasha Uduaghan. That is the hot the hot topics when it comes to political statements, political happenings in Nigeria, and this type of political life. It is still Politics on Melody 100.7 FM. What you're listening to today is just peripheral. I'm just starting, letting you to know how the show will be. By the time we start, you will definitely be marveled. Politics on Melody every Wednesday 4 to 5 p.m. Don't miss it for anything. Yeah, trying to get a political analyst all the way from Lagos. We want to look at this story. Vis-a-vis what is happening. She has called plenty names. Now the state of Kogi have also started to react to whatever Natasha did yesterday. According to the state, Natasha breached the law by going against a laid-down announcement by the government. It's just like saying there's a curfew and some people are now outside. Another question that should be on our minds is this. If the people that came there yesterday for Natasha were that much, you saw the crowd. If they were that much, I wish I had Finfoli would have done this, but we'll do it some other time when you see the crowd. If you see that crowd, would you still believe that some people want Natasha to be recalled? Remember, the vote that even brought her into office as a senator is not up to the votes or not up to the signatures that have been signed now concerning her recall. So the question is, who wants Natasha to be recalled out of the Senate? Because if the people we saw yesterday that were everywhere for Natasha, meaning they don't want her to be recalled. If we saw such an amount of people and they say Natasha should be recalled, how come? That is the question. Politics and power. The network is not connecting. I'm trying to connect with my political analyst all the way from Lagos because we want to talk about this and so many other things in politics. You know, our networks have been funny since morning. Yes, since morning today, networks have been somehow funny. But no problem. I'll definitely have my guests live in Ibadan next week if today is not working. So who wants Natasha to be recalled? You know, you can also be part of the show. You can drop your comments. We are streaming live on Facebook. Go on Facebook, Melody 100.7 FM, Ibadan. You can drop your comments below the live stream there. And you can also call our studio line if the studio line will work this evening because the network has been crazy all morning. Or let me say all day. It's Melody 100.7 FM. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007 is the number to call if you want to be part of the studio. You want to know what is happening. It is Politics on Melody. Here we talk strictly politics. Tohi Balogun Kokobi says, well done. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Who wants Natasha recalled? Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, good evening. Good evening to you.
This is Mr. Solomon from Iworu.
I didn't get your name, sir.
Mr. Solomon from Iworu.
Mr. Solomon, good evening to you. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good.
Well, you joined us. You're the first caller on the first edition of the show.
Yeah, today is also my first day to listen to your program. I called you.
Wow, the first day you are listening.
Yeah.
And you're listening to the first, this program, this is the first episode of the program on the radio.
That I'm listening to now.
Yes, this program you're listening to now, this is the very first edition. We started it today. We're just starting it.
I'm highly welcome into the program.
Thank you so much. You're welcome. It's purely politics we talk here, nothing else.
Yeah. I'm with you. I enjoy your program.
Thank you so much, sir.
And to your question, you asked who wanted Natasha to be recalled.
Who wants her recall? Did you see the crowd yesterday?
No, I could not see.
Ah.
I could not see the crowd.
Okay.
And if I'm to answer that question from my own point of view, I will tell you, it's the power that be. The power of the great politicians.
But Natasha is also part of the power that be. Natasha is a big girl too.
Natasha is a female senator, number one.
Okay.
And he is from the opposition party.
Okay.
And she's having a problem with Akpabio. Akpabio is the mastermind of all this problem for Natasha. They wanted to block her from all angles. They don't want the woman to breathe. They don't want her to express herself.
Who has she offended? Who has she offended?
Where is it done? Where is it done on net? That we ban somebody from coming to her father's house? Where is it done? Why is it now that the government of Kogi State is placing ban or rally? What is there any problem in Kogi State before? Why is it now?
They said they got some security reports. Some things are happening there.
That's what they always tell us. That is what they always tell us. I will not believe them.
Oh my God!
Because they knew that the masses are for the woman. So they don't want to allow the woman to have access to her people. Are they not the people that voted her? If you have problem with your family, it is the first family you will come to that will settle it for you. They knew that there is no way they can do that against that woman. That is why they are trying to stop her from coming to state. I'm telling you, I praise that woman. That's how she came. She came. So let me now tell you, she did not defend anything of the government. So there's no offense about that. I know the Akpabio is the one who is planning all this.
Wow, you're also alleging like she has been alleging. You're also alleging it. What if Akpabio is innocent?
Akpabio cannot be innocent. Since then, has Akpabio ever said something? Akpabio should also explain to us. We are Nigeria.
Maybe Akpabio is showing is a big boy. Big boys don't talk too much.
That is a sign of accepting the allegation. No matter how you are in the society, when something is coming to stain you, to defend your character, you will come out and talk to your people. It did not happen like this. This is what happened. This is what happened. So that is all I can say.
Mr. Solomon, thank you so much. Always listening to this show 4 to 5, and also listen to all other shows that we have. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Solomon, the very first person to call in on the very first edition of this program on Melody FM. Politics on Melody. Good evening. Hello? Hello, good evening. Someone is there. Hello. Okay, please drop it and call back so you don't waste your money. Let's help you to get it done. Is Politics on Melody. Of course, this is a show that will be strictly politically speaking. That is what we're going to be doing here every Wednesday, 4 to 5 p.m. Let's talk politics. Who wants Natasha out? Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you, my brother.
Am I talking to presenter of a radio program?
Yes, this is Melody FM, and you're on to Politics on Melody FM.
Yeah, this is Taiwo from Ibadan.
Taiwo from Ibadan. This is the first edition of the show, and you are calling in. Thank you.
I'm a first-time caller again.
First-time caller and the show is the first time on the radio. Thank you for calling.
Exactly.
God bless you, brother. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Where are you calling from?
I think from Ibadan, Amuloko.
Oh, Amuloko. Okay, you're an Amulokite. Welcome.
I think the woman is a victim of oppressed power to be.
She's a victim of
the
oppressed power.
Those in the cabals in the state and Akpabio collaborators.
Oh, you also alleging that Akpabio is guilty of this crime?
Exactly. I don't know why they want to recall the woman. With the crowd, the woman gathered yesterday.
Did you see the crowd?
I didn't, but I heard before.
Wow. I'm trying to fix it on Facebook so that you can see it on Facebook Live.
Okay. Yeah. How on earth will they succeed in calling that woman? Who are the people that gather their signature together? Are they from heaven? Because I don't believe those people that gathered yesterday were the one that signed the record thing. That is the fraud. I think Fabio and a governor of those should stop that mess. The people will not allow them. With the way they are now, they won't allow them. The woman is a victim of power to be and Fabio. That is it. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Join the show every Wednesday, 4 to 5, Politics on Melody FM.
Exactly. I will do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Looking at the crowd yesterday, we've been trying so because I actually wanted for you to see the crowd via our Facebook page. We'll try to put it there for you. Follower has been really seeing how that will be possible. But somehow the network seems to be messing up. With this crowd, this mammoth crowd we saw, then who wants Natasha out as Kogi Central Senator? Because if you had such crowd behind you, then who are the people who signed your recall paper? That is the question. Natasha Akpoti Uduaga is going all odds out, making things happen. 0702 520 1007 and 0705 507 1007. Wow, just like now, I have less than 5 minutes to wrap up. And how time flies. Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you, so welcome.
I'm speaking from Oyo.
Your name is?
Adesso is my name.
Okay, welcome, sir.
And I'm speaking from Oyo.
Welcome.
This issue of Natasha. You see, when there is a problem between a male and a female, it's very difficult for you to fathom out the truth. You see, but I began to raise eyebrow.
You say who? You said something now, I didn't get you.
I said, when you have an issue between a male and a female like that,
okay,
it's sometimes difficult to fathom out what really is the cause. So I don't want to dwell on that much.
Yeah, what you said now, my brother, do you know that what you said now, some people said there was a time the goings were smooth between them. Nobody heard anything from Natasha. So why is it now that everybody is making noise?
Okay, so why are we going to, how do you want to find that out? What really caught my attention was when they said thousands of people had signed that Natasha should be removed. I mean, what's the relationship between what you have about you and Natasha and asking her to leave her constituency? Because I mean, then of course the EFCC now, I mean the election commission decided that the INEC will act on it. Whereas there was one before which they said they wouldn't act on. So there is some power play there. I think Natasha should be left alone.
Okay.
Because on the long run, these two will pass away.
Definitely.
Okay. And with the issue in this country now, that these are not the things we'll be talking about. They are not at all. As far as I'm concerned, the issues in the country are much more germane than
what we are talking about.
Than thinking of what one person and the other one are doing in the house and in such places. But let's dwell on something else. We have the fuel problem there. We have not been able to solve it. We have some other things there.
Now our president has traveled to France to go and assess the administration in France, not in Nigeria.
Look at that. Why the problem we have is with us here.
Definitely.
The truth is, we do not place priority. Oh, okay, let me give you an example. We borrowed money and decided to use oil to pay back.
Wow.
Now, this money that was borrowed, where is the money? What has it been done for? No, economics supports that we do borrow. There is a part in economics that says you borrow.
Okay, time.
They believe that.
The time is fast spent. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry. We will make it some other time.
No, tomorrow.
I will always listen
every Wednesday 4 to 5 p.m. But tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., we will be looking at something again. Why would the president leave Nigeria to go and assess himself in France?
You see that?
8 to 10. We'll look at that. Join me tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Okay, how time flies. I mean, when you see Nike begin to move up and down, you'll be thinking maybe she's hungry. No, she's telling you to leave. She's telling you to leave. Okay, let me begin to leave now. But one thing is this. I want to wrap up with this. It's been a while. I heard a Nigerian politician address a crowd intelligently like Natasha did yesterday. We've always been used to politicians being given script, and some of them don't even know how to deliver the script. But Natasha spoke for hours yesterday, no single script, and everything was just going down smoothly. If not for anything, I love her for that, although I don't really love all this drama around her. I still love her for what she delivered yesterday. We'll talk about that one as well tomorrow. Thank you so much for being part of the first edition of the show, the very first edition of the show, and it's already looking like we started way back. That is what a radio station like this can give you. My name is Pretty. Thank you so much for joining in. Adenike Adesoe is behind the console. Of course, Marcos is the one behind the streaming, as well as the engineering guy was Moses. Yes, Moses. And Finyifolu Aladunjoye as well. Thank you so much for running up and down, making things happen for me. I'll be with you tomorrow, bright and early, 8 a.m. on Melody Sunrise. But let me just have 1 hour break. I'll be back at 6 for the cruise show. All right? Thank you so much. God bless you.